Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Little Conversations. Well, today's a nice morning, if I'm being honest, and the background music, I wish that's what I would wake up to every morning, like default settings or something. But yeah, anyway, my name is Wanjiko Edna. I don't know if I've said that already, but anyway, it's morning. I've just woken up. Probably a bit confused, but I'm loving the consistency that I'm having right now. Because I think I had an episode 2 weeks ago. Last week, I know I did have one for sure out. And this week, we'll have one for sure. So, first of all, in conjunction to an episode I did, I think 2 episodes ago, something I found somewhere. Someone sent it to a group I'm on my WhatsApp, and I was like, you know what, this resonates so much with me, and I actually talked about it some time back, so I'll read it to you. And it says the right doors won't open for you until you're the version of yourself that's supposed to walk through them. It's all about growth, resilience, and preparation. When we focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, the right doors will open naturally. So that takes me back. I don't remember what the title of that specific episode was, but I remember saying you should just work on yourself, and as you attract the things that you want, the finer things in life will find you when you're ready. I think it was meet me and I'll be there, something like that. Yeah, and it was inspired by a previous episode of a podcast I listened to. Damn, I've forgotten the name. The name is at the back of my mind, but anyway. Yeah, and because it was sent, the note I've just read was sent by, it was in a professional WhatsApp group, if that makes sense. So it was followed by steps to ensure you're ready when opportunities knock, and there were 4 of them. The first one is continuous learning, never stop acquiring new skills. Second one was self-reflection, regularly assess your strengths and areas of improvement. Number 3 was networking, surround yourself with inspiring individuals. Number 4, embrace change, which is what I actually was talking about in my previous episode. And under embrace change, it said be open to new experiences that push you out of your comfort zone. So, yeah, funny thing, I didn't see this, then do the episodes are done like previously. I literally saw this after I had recorded and even scheduled the episodes. But yeah, it resonated so much with me, and I was like, damn, it's funny. The things the things you value, or the things you end up thinking about a lot, or the things you even talk about, find their way back to you. It just boils down to what you attract. If your mindset is in this place, that's what you attract. If your mindset is in this other place, that's what you attract. But anyway, that's it for our housekeeping segment. I still do remember it's a housekeeping segment. I just sometimes don't mention it, and then I'm already done with that part and I'm like, damn, I didn't mention it. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about the most random things. And I had this in another podcast again. Okay, so first of all, random life updates. I'm obviously not going to dive deep into it, but for the past, this will be out in October, but I'm recording it towards the end of September. So for the past 2 months, that's August and September, I've not caught up on like any of the podcasts I listen to. And my podcasts are a mix. There's a mix of a bit of comedy, there's a bit of story times, there's a bit of educative podcasts. So that's basically the range of the kind of podcasts I listen to. Some I listen to religiously, like I would literally go to their pages and search and like download from where I left off. If I left off, last episode I listened to was on the like 5th of August, I'll download all of the released new episodes from then and then find time and actually listen to them. But finding time isn't hard because I'll probably listen to them when I'm walking or I'm doing house chores or something like that. So it's not hard to find time. But let me just say, these 2 months have been stressful because I've never gone 2 months without listening to at least an episode of each podcast I listen to. But this time round, oof, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. But safe to say that now I'm in a better space. Kinda. But life is all about figuring shit out. You realize that by the remember some time back I talked about how life is so wide and there's nothing like work life balance or literally like life balance, because you need to take care of your friendships, you need to take care of your family, of your parents, the relationship you have with your parents, relationship you have with your siblings. You need to take care of your spiritual life. You need to take care of your mental space. You need to have hobbies and things you do for fun. You need to look for work that gives you money or brings in money. So there's no specific time that you'll have all this figured out. And it is safe to say that right now my mental health is doing way better. Yeah, everything with time, you just figure it out slowly. It could be a time your work life is flourishing, but you haven't seen your parents in like 3 months, and you're like, shit, I should probably pay them a visit. Because again, your parents are growing older, you're also growing older, no one's growing younger. So yeah, you need to make time for what's important. And sometimes it's weird that everything feels important. You do need work to bring in money. You do need to foster a good relationship with your parents and your siblings, because that's your immediate family. You need to look for time for your relatives, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, which again is crazy. You need to have hobbies that you do for fun so that you don't go crazy mentally. You need to build your spiritual life. You need to make time to connect with your spiritual self. It's just a lot. If I'm being honest, it is a lot. Yeah, but find ways to do all of this. So without my further ado, okay, my mind is still loading. It's like morning. Um, there's something interesting I had during a podcast. That's what I was actually supposed to talk about during this episode. And these guys were basically asking each other, do you think in your friendships, in your romantic relationships, in your relationship with your parents and your siblings, do you think there's respect there? And sometimes respect is such a big word, or that's what we made respect look like. Like, for example, long ago, okay, not that long ago, but when you were younger, you were always told it's bad manners to sit down and there's an older person who's standing up. And that's a version of respect that some of us actually grew up knowing. And it was mostly screwed into our heads out of fear. Because sometimes, I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but I think it has ever happened to me. Sometimes when I was like way younger though, when I was like 10 and below or something, I'd sit down maybe in a mat or just let's say in a public event, something like, or like a wedding. I'm seated and there's an elderly person who's standing, and my mom would just give me a look. She's like, with just her eyes, she told me, Ebus mama, there's an older person standing, and that shouldn't be the case. So in that case, it's termed as quote unquote respecting your elders. Is also not talking back at people, or when older people tell you something, that's a final word, that's a final say, and that's what will pass. So I feel like respect was brought out to be such a tough thing, or it was brought out in a way that it's like we were scared into respecting people. And I don't think that's the case. And I think even when you're told respect to your parents, respect the elderly, it's not exactly that you should bend over backwards for them, or like when they say this it goes, even if it's wrong or it's against your morals or whatever. I don't think that's the case. And as you grow older, you obviously see it, and it becomes more clearer that even as you're according these people this certain respect, it needs to be two ways. And I don't know. Okay. I don't know how I'm explaining it, but okay. First of all, this podcast I listened to and gave me the idea that respect should actually be both ways. There's someone who said, and this is going to sound so mean and so rude, and all of them combined. But this babe literally said, don't let people walk all over you. Don't excuse people's bad behavior. You're not a rehab for badly behaved people. And I'll say that again. Don't let people walk all over you. Um, don't let people shit on you, basically. And then her exact words, you're not a rehab for badly behaved people. Don't excuse people's bad behavior and be like, huyo anakuanga hivo. Nah, it gets to an age you shouldn't excuse bad behavior from people. I mean, I don't know, it's just tiring to even think about it. Someone's being rude to random people for no reason. You shouldn't excuse it, you know. And I don't know, I think it depends how you are brought up, but that doesn't mean because your parents didn't teach you good manners that you should come and shit all over me. That's just me. I'm different. I'm made different. Really. Okay. Side story. I'm a very small person physically. So if you try and trample all over me, I will give you a piece of my mind. Because I'll think that I don't know, you're looking down on me because I look small. So me, I'm very verbal about this stuff. If I think that you're trying to like do something shady, or you're trying to talk down on me, or okay, depends though. If you're my friend, I'll tell you nicely. If you hang around me and I don't know you that well, I'll just call you out legit. I won't even care how it comes out. If I don't know you, I'll take 1,001 steps back and try and make sure I never come across you again in my entire life. But there's respect in so many aspects, and what came to mind, and this is so random, what came to mind is how people in marriages or in relationships accord each other respect. I think in the Bible somewhere it says a wife should respect her husband and the husband will love the wife. But, and not that I am trying to go against what the word says, but I don't know. There's that sort of mutual respect that will, because I feel like respect is two ways. There's no way I'm going to accord you respect and then when you come home you're abusing me verbally. I wouldn't stay in that kind of space. That's just me. I don't know. I won't sit pretty and have bruises all over my face because you beat me up yesterday and today you're telling people in front of, or you're telling everyone when I'm standing in front of a crowd and you're proudly saying that I'm your wife. I feel like that's disrespect from your end. And it goes as far as maybe even, okay, this may sound extreme, but this is just me. Let's say, for example, we were to go somewhere. We're like, you know what, today let's go have dinner together. It's been a while, blah blah blah. After work at 5, let's meet at this place. And because you're out of work at 5, maybe you should be there by 6. Okay, so I get there, you're not there. It's 6 on the dot, and I maybe order something. I'm waiting for you, and it's 6:30, 7:30. Call you, you're not picking. I feel like that's disrespecting my time. That's me. Then I get home and I realize you're not even home. I try call you, you're not picking. It's like 9 now already. When you come home, I try ask you what happened. We had plans, you didn't show up, you didn't call to tell me you're not coming. You didn't even tell me to just cancel or whatever. And now because I'm asking for accountability, you try and talk some shit or something. I feel like that's disrespectful. You disrespect the time that I took out of my busy schedule and actually waited for you and all of that. So yeah, I feel like this part is all over the place because I'm trying to explain my thoughts. But yeah, I don't know. Most men would be like, but you don't need to know where I am. I mean, sijui nini, but I don't know. Something as simple as picking up a phone and be like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm in traffic, I'll call you later. Or I'm driving, I'll call you later. Then when you actually get the time, call me and tell me, oh yeah, I got 1, 2, 3 things, had to do them, it was an emergency. And if this is what you've been doing every time you respond, and actually I don't have to ask for an explanation as to why you bailed out on something, I won't think through it too much, because I'll be like, there's respect here considering the guy told me he's not around. And yeah, I feel like that just fosters a good relationship between the two of you. You won't always argue over the tiniest of things. And I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like it's second to human nature to do that, but most people don't. Like, funny thing, trust me, if I have a plan with you and you're my friend and we're going somewhere and we were to meet at like 2 and it's 2:30, 2:40 and I'm not there and I haven't called you, honey, just go home. Because for me, on a personal level, I respect people's time sana, like really a lot, to the point where if I think or I feel I'll run more than 30 minutes late, I'll pick up the phone, call you, be like, hey, I'm still coming, I'm just stuck in traffic. Or a legit cancel on you and tell you, yeah, something came up, I won't be able to come. But I won't just go MIA on you. I won't just ghost you. I won't let you sit in a restaurant for like 3 hours waiting for me, you know. So I don't know. I just feel like that's just respectful. Doesn't have to Respect doesn't have to feel like an iron fist on a table and you kneeling to someone or some crazy stuff like that. Because honestly, some of this stuff people say is out of quote unquote respect. It's not really respect. So, yeah, I don't know. Mutual respect is important in your friendships, with your parents, mostly if you're older. If you're older and you see something your parent is doing and it's not right, you have every right to call them out. But call them out with precaution because your parents are older. They'd probably be like, "Weni mtoto wangu unanishautia," you know. So I think obviously at this age you already know your parents and how they are, and you know the best course of action or the best way to go around stuff. So you go around and tell them, "Oh yeah, but there's something you did I didn't like, blah blah blah," and make it as respectful as possible. And that way, yeah, they'll actually probably acknowledge that they made a mistake. I'm like, okay, I understand. I'm sorry for what I did, and next time I'll do better. As much as African parents can rule the house with an iron fist, I don't know. Sometimes it's good to, because everyone makes mistakes, it's good to call them out and tell them, bruh, you did something wrong. So, yeah, it's important to have two-way respect in your friendships, in your relationships, with your parents, with your siblings, with your colleagues, even your bosses. That can be another tricky area, but yeah, sometimes accountability is important. And if someone is asking you for accountability, do it out of respect for the person. And if you don't respect the person enough to be accountable to them, then that shouldn't be your friend. That person shouldn't even be in your life, you know. Because, I don't know, friendships are just supposed to be like that. Friendships, relationships, they're supposed to, the people you surround yourself with should be there to make you a better person. And you should also work to make people better. If if I'm mhm, if I'm hanging out with someone, probably we're just catching up, but if you teach me something or if I learn something from you, even if you don't know you're teaching me something, I am hands down ready to meet up again even sooner, because I feel like I'm getting something from you. So, yeah, accountability and respect is important. As I'm winding this up, I have no idea what I'll call this episode because I feel like it's all over the place. But yeah, respect and accountability are important. Should take that home, if anything. So yeah, thanks so much if you have gotten this far in this episode. This has been a really long one, probably because I was trying to put across certain points that I hope have hit home. So I'm really happy for my consistency. Yay! You should clap for me. Yeah. So thanks so much for listening. Follow this podcast first of all to get any updates for new episodes. By the way, we are at 31 followers, I think, and this is episode 31 if I'm not wrong, so that's great. I honestly never thought I'd get to double digits. I thought there'll be like 2-3 nice close friends of mine listening, but yeah, thanks for each and every one of you for listening to this and all other episodes. Yeah, thanks so much. Follow my Instagram at mylittleconversations.ke and my personal one at shiko.e, which is ciku.e. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.